82.7%. That's the score GPT 5.5 just posted on Terminal Bench 2.0, the benchmark that actually measures whether AI can do real coding work. Not a toy test, not a trick question. Real code, real tasks, real results. And almost nobody is talking about what that number actually means. Here's why this moment matters, and why you need to understand it right now. For the past 3 years, the AI race has been accelerating. GPT-4 launched in March 2023. GPT-5 arrived in late 2025. And now, barely 6 months later, GPT 5.5 is here. That cadence? One major frontier model per quarter. Nobody predicted that in 2024. Nobody. And GPT 5.5 isn't just a small update. OpenAI is calling it the next step toward a new way of getting work done on a computer. That's a big claim. Let's see if the data backs it up. On April 23, 2026, OpenAI launched GPT 5.5, codenamed internally as SPUD, rolling out immediately to ChatGPT Plus, Pro, Business, and Enterprise users. API access followed just 1 day later, on April 24th. Now let's break down exactly what changed. First, the benchmarks. GPT 5.5 scored 82.7% on Terminal Bench 2.0, real agentic coding tasks, 84.9% on GDP-Val, 58.6% on SWE Bench Pro. Software engineering problems, 81.2% on AIME 2025 Math, up from 65.4% on the previous model, 76 on MMMU Pro Multimodal Reasoning, up from 69.2%. Those aren't incremental gains. That's a category shift in what AI can actually do. Second, here's what most coverage is getting wrong. Everyone is focused on the benchmark numbers. But the real story? It's the agentic behavior. OpenAI's own words. You can now give GPT 5.5 a messy, multi-part task and trust it to plan, use tools, check its work, navigate through ambiguity, and keep going. That's not a chatbot anymore. That's an autonomous worker. 3 early-stage AI companies, Factory, Cognition, and Magic, confirmed to TechCrunch they were running GPT 5.5 in production pipelines within hours of launch. Hours, not weeks. Hours. Third, the part that affects you personally. On May 5th, just 12 days after launch, OpenAI released GPT 5.5 Instant, a faster, lower latency version that became the default model for all ChatGPT users. If you've opened ChatGPT in the last 3 weeks, you've already been using it. And it specifically reduces hallucinations in law, medicine, and finance. The high-stakes domains where AI mistakes cost real money. Okay, so what does this actually mean going forward? 3 implications: short-term, medium-term, long-term. Short-term, next 3 months. The AI coding tools you use are about to get dramatically better. GPT 5.5's agentic coding abilities are already being baked into products like Cursor, GitHub Copilot, and dozens of other tools. This is already happening. You can see it in the job postings. Stanford research confirms rising demand for agentic AI skills specifically, not just general AI knowledge. Medium term. Next year. If OpenAI maintains 1 major release per quarter, GPT 5.6 is already in testing. And based on what we're seeing in Codex logs, it's coming faster than anyone expected. The developers who build on top of GPT 5.5 now will have a compounding advantage. The ones who wait? They'll be catching up. Long term. 3 to 5 years. Here's the honest truth. We've never seen a technology move this fast. Not the internet, not smartphones. Nothing compounds like this. The companies that integrate agentic AI into their workflows in 2026 are going to have productivity advantages that are structural, not temporary. So, where does this go from here? 3 things to watch in the next 90 days. Number 1, GPT 5.6, already spotted in Codex internal logs, expected to focus on even stronger agentic reasoning. Number 2, pricing changes. GPT 5.5's API pricing surprised everyone. Expect further reductions as compute costs fall. Number 3, the Anthropic response. Claude 4.7 and 4.8 are already in the market. The next 90 days will define who leads the agentic coding race. The companies that move first on agentic AI are going to define the next decade of software. And the individuals who understand it first? They'll have an edge that compounds. Here's my honest takeaway on GPT 5.5. This isn't hype. This isn't another incremental update. The jump from 65.4% to 81.2% on AIME math. The agentic workflows that keep going without handholding. The same-day adoption by production AI companies. This is a structural shift, and it's happening right now. Next week, I'm breaking down exactly how to use GPT 5.5's agentic features for real productivity, step by step. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest question about GPT 5.5? I'll answer the top ones in the next video.